Hey guys, it's Mysterion here. How you doing? Today we're going to react to minute videos. The video we're going to react to is my jealous boyfriend didn't approve of my giant chest and forced me to cover it. So yeah, not clickbaity whatsoever. Anyway, let's go to it.
Jake was the new guy in college, and my friends were telling me that he liked me. I didn't know anything about him except that he was the class clown, and truthfully, I didn't even notice him. I had no interest in him at first, as I've never really struggled to find attention whether or not I wanted it. I had a naturally curvy body, and my chest was definitely large. My lips were naturally plump, and I had a button nose. Yes, the generic beauty you'd read about in papers. I mean, I was pretty. Let's face it.
This character is sharp herself. Let's face it, I'm beautiful. Look at my massive tits. I'm so freaking wonderful. Oh, jeez. I mean, you know what? I don't like this character. Straight up, I already don't like this character. This character sucks, mate. Have some what's the word I'm looking for? It's not honor. I've forgotten the word. I think the word I'm looking for is I don't know. Whatever the opposite of condescending is.
And yes, I'm sure you all find me very obnoxious by now, but this story isn't about my beauty, it's about him. I had finished my classes for the day and had made my way off campus when I noticed a tall figure running up from behind me. "Hey, you forgot your textbook. I couldn't let a pretty lady such as yourself go home without a study partner." Humph, cheesy already. Kinda cute though, I thought. Thanks, I said, and just as I turned around, I heard him say, "What? No number? Let me take you out and treat you to a meal, maybe while we study," he said confidently. I chuckled and knew he was full of it, but he was so cute. He had this bad boy demeanor, and I just really fell for it. I fell for all his crap.
That dude does not look like a bad boy. I'm sorry. This dude right here, this dude, he looks like he hasn't got laid in his life. He looks like the dude spent his whole time, right, playing, I don't know, World of Warcraft, or he spends his time on Reddit, doing nothing but looking at Reddit and watching Nikocado avocado videos, and doing absolutely nothing with himself, and waiting, and yeah, just waiting for Christmas, waiting for that lovely Belle Delphine video that's now finally out. And yes, that's what he does not look like a bad boy, mate. Not with that sweater. No, no bad boy wears a sweater like that.
He knew I liked him, maybe even loved. There was no hiding it. And for some time, he was very sweet to me, very patient, understanding, a gentleman, and he knew this. He knew he had me hooked, and that's how he knew he could take advantage of me. After 6 months, I became his emotional punching bag with every problem and frustration he had falling on me. His grades, his friends, even his family problems would be my fault. At first, I argued back. Then I apologized to just end the fights, apologizing for my actions, my attitude, my feelings. I didn't even know what I was doing wrong.
So the character basically is the faults for everything. All right. So if this dude just one day like he trips over, right, and he gets a concussion, she would say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry," and you feel real guilty about it, mate. You fell over, all right. It's not your fault. This character's freaking stupid. All right, that doesn't make sense. You should never do that in a relationship. You should never do that in general. All right, someone stuffs up and it's nothing to do with you. All you should feel is empathy at best. You shouldn't take on the thing and become the thing that ruined the other person's day. You know, that's not your responsibility. That's stupid as hell. This character's stupid.
But he made me feel so guilty. I had no choice but to say sorry and hope things would be better the next day. That was my biggest mistake because I began believing things were really my fault, and it made me feel like a horrible person. Like I was the one causing his problems.
So yep, as I just said, character's stupid. Nice job. That's a clap, not a fap, by the way.
Then, once we'd get home, he'd turn to me. He'd tell me how much of a lowlife I was, asking for this attention by walking around showing off my big chest. He would tell me if I didn't start wearing more appropriate clothes that he'd find another girl to replace me. One that was a good girl, the kind of girl you can take home to your parents. I don't know why I thought it was my fault, but he had a way of making me feel guilty for almost anything.
Okay, I'm not a chick, right? I'm not a chick, right? I've probably got boobs that are like an A cup. What she's got is like a D, right? Just by looking at this, all right. And let me tell you something, all right. If I was a woman and this dude said that to me, right? If this dude said to me, I'm gonna find another woman because you're showing your chest too much, and I would simply just go, all goods, bye, no problem, mate. And then he'd freak the hell out because he'd miss them. All right, he'd miss them, and you know I'm right. He'd miss them, all right? Definitely would, mate. I, he just provided a solution for this whole entire story. All right, break up, you're done. All right, I've still got this video is 6 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm just up to 3 minutes and 51 seconds, and I've already found the ending that would be the best ending for the whole entire thing.
It took a long time until I snapped out of it, but he really pushed me to the edge. One day, we were out grabbing some fast food when I decided to take my jacket off because it was hot. The second I unzipped my jacket, I could see a change in his expression. "What do you think you're doing?" he said with such force and disgust. "Put that back on now, you cow. Stop trying to get everyone's attention. It's that guy behind you, isn't it? Do you want to look good for him?" I could see everyone start to turn their head to stare at us, and I was mortified.
World star.
"Stop it. People are looking our way," I pleaded. "I don't care. You should have thought of that before you started taking off your clothes in front of everyone," he shouted. He then grabbed my jacket and forcefully tried zipping it back up. "Stop," I kept saying, but he wouldn't listen. He grabbed my arm so tight, I could no longer feel anything else but the pain. I panicked at the idea that it might even snap. I shrieked so loud as I could no longer hold the pain back, and before we knew it, a crowd of people rushed over to separate us. I saw the look in people's eyes, the pity they felt, and the disgust they had with him. And that's how I knew that I needed to get the hell out of this relationship. I cut all my ties with him and never spoke to him again after that day. It really took a lot for me to finally let him go and realize how much he tarnished my confidence. He broke me as a person, and I had to fix myself again. Even though I am not as open as I was before, I'm slowly finding my feet by surrounding myself with people that make me happy and, more importantly, care about me the way I care about them. It's easy to judge from the outside, but when you're not in a relationship like I was, it surrounds and consumes you without even knowing it. Just know it's not your fault or your job to fix everything. You are growing every day and perfect the way you are.
I like the message at the end. The message at the end is very nice. Alright. But straight up, alright, this could have been done much earlier. Alright. The first time they broken up, alright, she should have just went out. Like she was done. Like bye, no problem. You're not gonna see me again. All good, bye. But nope. I had to waste another 3 minutes. Right, 3 minutes because this lady didn't realize that she just had to go bye, and that'd be silliness. Thank you for watching. I wish you the best. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a great New Year. You might notice that I sound a little different. I'm using a different mic. If this is better, I'll continue doing this. If not, I'll go back to the old one. Please let me know, and I hope you have a great New Year. Peace.